Oh, hello. You're early. Excuse me for a moment while I put on something a little bit more comfortable. Wait one moment. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering, where am I, and what exactly is this? Well, you recall toward the beginning of the year, toward the beginning last, or not the beginning of last year, you recall that my first playthrough was of Tears of the Kingdom, right? The first blind playthrough, that was about 50 episodes. Well, in the time from then to now, I've actually been playing that file on my own time. So what you're seeing here is actually the blind playthrough a year later. Now, as you can see in the upper left corner, I have a whole bunch of hearts. Now, if you're wondering where the hell am I? Well, I'm actually in my house. No, I mean like I actually paid money to have this house. So yes, this is Link's house. Now you might recall earlier in the Tears of the Kingdom blind playthrough, or even I guess at this point in time, we're probably 5 episodes in, having been broadcast of the Extreme Let's Play. But yes, you can actually build a quote end quote dream home here next to Terrytown. So after you deal with Ronson's and Hudson's dilemma of their daughter Madison, you can actually start building a dream home. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think you could have always built a dream home prior, but you know, I was a nice guy. I helped them out, so they gave me effectively half off of starting a home. But yes, that's Grante's son's new purpose here. Now, whether or not this gentleman here is actually a son, quote end quote, is a little bit debatable. I don't recall Robbie or Jiren mentioning that their son's name was Granta's son, only that his name was Grante. Now, in Breath of the Wild, this guy actually appears in Terrytown to basically sell you or replacement armors that you may have come across throughout your adventures. I mean, not the dragons, not these particular ones, but you get the idea. Anyway, the reason you want to actually have this guy in Terrytown was so that you could actually buy a replacement Hylian shield if it should break, which would cost you 3,000 rupees. But of course, that's not his function in this game. That honor now goes to Cece in Hateno Village. So, yeah, as you can see, the house shape-wise, color, it's kind of a lot to be desired. I mean, for a place that you'll probably not frequent very often. If you're like me and you played the DLC if you actually completed the Champions Ballad, if you go to Zelda's, or I guess your old home in Hateno Village, and take a picture of that, you can actually show that picture to Grante, and he can actually give you a bigger version. So this is a picture of a picture, really. And of course I have an initial picture of the Light Dragon, still with the Master Sword, from the view of Risk Peninsula. I mean, honestly, I thought that looked pretty good. So, yeah, among the other things you can do, either during the game or post-game, is that you can give your house certain amenities, like a prayer statue in case you want to increase your hearts or stamina. You can give yourself a functionless study just for the aesthetic purposes. Actually, it's kind of small for a study, but whatever. you can give yourself a portrait viewing room, like I did here. Let's see. Here, let's go inside the main portion of the home here. You can give yourself a living arrangement, a low-to-the-ground living arrangement, not unlike that you might see in Japan. And more importantly, you can give yourself weapon and shield mounts. Now, I've actually beaten this game. Beaten this game and did all the quests, and unfortunately the champion's weapons aren't just given to you. Once you take care of the respective regional phenomena, you can actually undertake a quest to get the materials necessary to build one. So here you have the light scale trident, the scimitar of the seven, the boulder breaker. Now, let's see. Oop. Link, what are you doing? And of course you got the Daybreaker shield, as well as the Great Eagle bow. And of course there's some various other bows in the game too, like this Dusk bow. I think at one point I had a Dusk Claymore, Seabreeze shield, etc. One thing I have to point out, and this is unique to the Gloom weapons, but emblazoned on the somewhere on the bow, I believe. Let's see, where is it? No? Maybe it's on the inside of the bow? Ah, you'll see some lettering, which basically gives an homage to Kote and TotK. I think that's their names. Basically, they're Ganon's attendants in the various Zelda series that feature them. Not least of which, Ocarina of Time. I believe the sword had something like that too, I'm not mistaken, but yeah, so you can also give yourself a cooking pot to cook various meals as well. I already got a full thing of meals here, so I needn't have to waste time. So, but that's not one of the but that's only one of the reasons why I'm playing this episode here for you. Another thing I wanted to show you is some various things you can do post-game. So, when you beat the game, and I can show this off here, you'll notice that the save file has a star on it. That's basically to let you know that the game has been beaten, or Ganon has been defeated. And when Ganon is defeated, and you load up the save file, you get his character profile. So here you have Ganon, who is a evil man who lived long ago, blah blah blah, and various other characters. So let's head into town real quick, though, because there is a few things to show you here as well. So, as you might have seen in the blind playthrough or other people's playthroughs, once you talk to Kilton, or Colton? What's his name? Kilton, yes. Once you talk to Kilton the first time, he'll actually come here to Terrytown. Once you take care of Hudson's dilemma with Madison, Kilton will send you on various quests to capture monster pictures. Not least of which perhaps a Frox, a Battletollus. So yeah, various monsters throughout. Now, of note, let's see, album. Now, of note, there are various other pictures you can take, but yeah, Ganondorf is actually one of one of the pictures you can take. And yes, after you take care of Kilton's requests, you can actually submit photos of your own. One of the photos in which Kilton wants you to get, I believe the last one, is this model of a King Gleeok. So yeah, you know, you can get right up in Ganon's face and see, like, be like, "You're not so tough." Boom. But seriously though, So, yeah, you know, this is just something you can do. Kind of awkward to have these around when, you know, he's beaten but not beaten, etc., etc. And of course, you know, the various shops around town can still sell you things. So, anyway, let's just go ahead and get some more of these. Why not? I suppose I should probably take this opportunity for this, you know, chill episode, I guess, or bonus viewing episode, to basically show you some game tips, I guess, on how you can be more efficient. Now, obviously, I have a hell of a lot of hearts here to work with, so, you know, I won't be able to show you the beginner experience, but... Local building. Oh, you mean down here? So, one of the things, so after you speak with Robbie and give him 5 pictures of monsters, he'll actually upgrade your sensor to basically pick up anything that you placed into the compendium. Now, right now, I'm looking for Aracudas so that I can upgrade an armor set that I was trying to upgrade earlier. But yes, anything you can put in there, you can find later. So, you know, if you want to, like, if you wanted to hunt down, say, courser bee honeys, it'll find those throughout the land. If there's a loose Keese eyeball, if there ever is a loose eyeball to be found, you can actually find them there. So in this case, I'm finding Aracudas. Now, the sensor actually operates in the same vein as the shrine sensor would. Now, I have max hearts and stamina, so I found all the shrines already. Where is this guy? I guess he's up here? Oh, guess I don't have a bow equipped. Can I... There it is. There's an Aracuda. So, Aracudas are a lot like Keese in that both the wings and the eyeballs behave in the same vein as a Keese eyeball and wing would. So, if you shoot an Aracuda like so, they'll just go down in one hit. Ow. Why don't you take this instead? Wasn't interested in fighting you at the moment. Okay, silver moblin horn. Sure, we'll make this into a hammer. Okay, I'm sorry you had to see that, ladies and gentlemen, but yes, various monsters throughout the land can still pose a threat. Now, the highest tier of monster you can fight in Tears of the Kingdom is the silver enemies. And yes, they do have various weapons. Now, for an explanation on various weapons, we can actually head towards another... We can actually make our way towards another area of the game at Lookout Landing, in which an NPC training nearby will actually explain the various weapons. So, there are 3 classes of weapons, typically. There's the Royal set, the Knight's set, and the Soldier's set, I believe. And each one has its own different properties. You know what? Let's just go ahead and head to Lookout Landing right now for a better explanation of this. Okay. Oh, I thought he was here. Or maybe he's on the other side? Or he just doesn't show up. Well, maybe he only shows up at certain times of the day. I'll buy them all, why not? No, I'm good on arrows, good on apples. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I guess the guy I'm looking for is not training at this hour of the day? Or maybe he disappears after a while? Huh. Well, anyway, this gives us another opportunity to talk about something else here. So, you recall that there's a Poe statue here. Now, this is only one of few bargainer statues in the game. Now, this above-ground, surface-level Poe statue can either sell you basic items that you could often find in the depths, or you can actually give him Poes and he'll tell you where his other brethren are. But of course, if you already know where they're at, then that option's no longer available. So of the things you can buy from your basic shop here, you can buy dark clumps, which you can generally only find by either running away or fighting Gloomspawn and subsequently Phantom Ganons. Muddle buds, which are used to disorient and confuse enemies. Puff shrooms, which will conceal your movements and, you know, basically smoke bomb everybody. A bomb flower, which basically functions as you'd expect it to. Throw it and it blows up. But moreover, the more bargainer statues you find underneath, the more the basic inventory expands to that in which you can actually get various armors. You can actually buy the Dark Link set here, which you can't upgrade, but it does give you a nice nighttime movement boost, I guess. And as you can see, the defense is kind of crap. You can also get the Tunic of the Depths, or you can also get the Depths set, which, when worn all together, will give you more gloom resistance from touching gloom. But again, max hearts, so don't really have to worry about it. You can also get yourself a Tunic of Memories if you wanna look like the original Link from Breath of the Wild. Well, I mean, this is the same Link. Oh, by the way, you're probably wondering about the outfit. This is the Twilight. This is the Twilight set. Some of the in Tears of the Kingdom, the armors that you could get normally only via amiibos can all legitimately be found in the game itself. So, but you have to know where they're at, and getting them is really up to you. One other armor that you can get in this game after you get all the shrines, you are basically told to go back to the Temple of Time in the sky, and near that goddess statue, the first goddess statue you came across, you can get this number called the Ancient Heroes Aspect. It's a single piece. This is a single piece of armor, but if you wear it, it greatly changes your appearance. Basically this version. Basically, this is the Ancient Hero. Who is the Ancient Hero exactly? Well, you recall that there's a mural. Oh, did I not? Oh, did I delete that picture? Oh. Now you recall this picture here, the mural in Kakariko Village, which basically depicts the legend of the divine beasts and such. Yeah, I'm supposed to be dressed like this guy here. And I remember back some time ago where they theorized that this version of Link was Ganon, which I guess is false now. And no, this game does not mention anything about Age of Calamity, so no, Takaro, or whatever the diminutive guardian's name is not part of this, so that's considered non-canon, I guess. But yes, if you wear various armors, you can actually talk to Purah, who will make mention of our various armors. There's nothing else I can do now. Sages, final. By the way, that outfit looks awfully familiar. You look good dressed like the Ancient Hero, but you know, I almost didn't recognize you for a minute there. Or you can... Actually, I don't know if the Tunic of Memories will actually elicit a response. Hylian trousers, Hylian hood.
Yes.
Demon King.
Check it.
Nope. I guess the Tunic of Memories doesn't elicit a response. But let's see. Where is it?
Check it.
Isn't that the tunic the princess made? Glad to see it's made its way back to you. It suits you. Now, of course, if you want to be cheeky, you can actually. Oh, I didn't sell it, did I? Surely not. Oh, I couldn't find it because I dyed it green.
Yes. Check it.
By the way, don't you think that mask is in poor taste? You've got a lot of people who look up to you, so while I appreciate you exercising freedom, maybe show a little restraint? Oh, well. I guess she's got a lot of patience for someone who's been around for several years. Okay, well, you know what? Let's put the of time set on. I don't think she says anything about...
Check it.
Yep, no. Doesn't say anything about unique armors like this. Okay, so I guess the guy over here explaining the various weapons isn't here, either yet or at all. But now that it's dark out, actually I think he only spawns in at like 9 o'clock or something. So various parts of once you find him, once you speak to Kilton, you can actually find, you know, and have him introduce you to Colton. Colton's balloon, or I guess Kilton's former balloon, is now... Oh, here's another combat opportunity. If you don't want to... Stall enemies will randomly pop up at night. If you don't want to deal with them, the easiest way to take them all out at once is to basically use a dazzle fruit. Just throw it in the vicinity and you'll instantly destroy them. This is a good way to get them off your back and travel at night. But more importantly... So, in various... in case you didn't know, all the caves in the game do have a bubble frog, and with that comes bubble gems. Colton can actually give you a general sense on where they're at. Now, in this case, I only have 20 left to find before a special scene happens. Any in this area? Far west of here, I sense a bubble frog. Tippy toes downstream of Tamio River? Far west? North. West is this way. Tamio River? Tamio River. Oh, around here? Might be worth exploring? Anyway. So, yes, he can actually give you some hints or tips on where to find bubble frogs that you might need. In fact, since we got nothing better to do, why don't we... Well, actually, no, there is one thing I want to demonstrate, if I can chance find it. Where is it? They should be flying around. Sometimes at night, if you look real carefully, you can find swarms of geese. That's this game's version of bats. You can find geese flying about. Now, what's so great about geese? Okay, well, in this game, it's all about attaching things to various weapons and armor. So, in the case of a bow and arrow, for example, you can fire a normal arrow, and that'd be great. But, now you see how far that only flew? Now, if you press up on the D-pad here, you can actually choose things to attach to your arrow. If you want your arrow to affect a wide range of enemies, you can do a bomb flower. If you want to imbue it with an elemental attack, you can do fire fruits, choo-choo jellies, fruits. I mean, you can't go wrong. If you want to really up the damage, you can use this fragile but powerful Gibdo bone, and you'll deal a hell of a lot more damage. If you want your arrows to be guided, you can use an arrow Kuda or Keese eyeball. Now, here's the thing. Now, you can only attach one thing to your arrows at a time, but there are ways to circumvent this. Now, if you notice here, I have a fire Keese eyeball. This is a Keese eyeball that not only is a guided arrow, but will also serve as a guided arrow, but also, because it's a fire Keese arrow, it'll actually deal fire damage as well. Now, for massive explosions, you can use... For massive elemental bursts, you can use gemstones. Rubies for fire, sapphires for ice, topazes for electricity, and opals for water. Aracuda wings and Keese wings operate the same way, only both operate in the same way, only with wings, your arrow actually fires quickly and more straight. Now, I got the attention of this boss, so we'll dispatch this thug in record time here. Okay, well, this guy went down like a chump, but yes. Oh, here's a Keese right now. Better late than never, I guess, huh? Okay, so if you can't find Keese around in the overworld, another place you can find them is in caves. Now, there is a cave up this way, I guess. So, I guess we can head there. Basically, the thing to do would be to... If you can't find a swarm of... Oh, I guess it's about to rain now. Shoot. Well, luckily I can show this off. Okay, so in the blind playthrough, I initially got this lightning helm, which is a Yiga clan replica of the Thunder Helm. Which, by the way, Thunder Helm, not in the game. So, what happened to the Thunder Helm, I don't know. But, I don't know. Way to repurpose. It's just kind of a way to repurpose. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the Thunder Helm so I can be immune to lightning strikes. But generally, as I was saying earlier, what I was trying to say earlier is that cave entrances... Oh, there's a swarm of Keese right there. Okay. Okay, so if you want to get a whole bunch of Keese eyeballs and wings, the thing to do would be to take out your bow and arrow, ready a bomb, and just fire on the swarm. And you'll load up on Keese eyeballs and wings in no time. The dichotomy here is that you're basically trading... The dichotomy here is that you're basically trading one arrow and one bomb for your next subsequent arrow shots to effectively deal more... be used for other things. Now... Typically, a swarm of Keese can come out of these caves if you're not prepared. What you could do in this situation is ready a two-handed weapon. Oh, do I not have a two-hander on me? This isn't good. Okay, well, if I had a two-hander, I'd be able to show you, but okay, I guess it's not this cave, but trust me when I say that Ow. But trust me when I say that, you know, if you use a two-handed weapon, and by that I mean a large weapon, that's not a spear, what you basically have to do is just, you basically charge up a spin attack while moving inside the cave. And while you're spinning, you will actually take out some keys on the way out, so I'm not sure if this only works. I guess it only works on caves you haven't explored, I guess. I could be wrong. So in this game, unlike Breath of the Wild, the various ingredients, namely the truffles, are actually harder to come by. You actually have to find them in caves. Now, whether it's a climate thing or a result of the gloom in this game, one of this game's mechanics, I'm not entirely certain. Oh, okay, I guess the Master Sword's back now. Oh, here it is. Hardy Truffle. And yes, hardy truffles can also be found with the Sheikah Plus sensor, as long as you have taken a picture of it prior, or had successfully purchased a picture of one. Okay, I can't find the exit, so I'll make one of my own here. Hold on a sec. Sorry, Norton keeps telling me about protections for Edge, but I don't use Edge. It's a preference thing. Okay. Was it over here? No, I think the gloom spawn was actually up here. Well, anyway. Anyway, we were going to head over to that one cave that Kilton was talking about. Or Colton? I'm really bad with names, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of gold. Oh, I can see a bunch of gold apples here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, a gold apple in this game is typically when you cook foods, especially on nights of a blood moon and closer to when the blood moon is actually about to happen, you can actually get criticals in this game, or critical cooking. The gold apples will basically just give you that critical. Will basically just give you the critical. But the trick is, of course... Oh, I do not have... Hold up. Let's destroy the rock. I need something sharp, not necessarily powerful, but... Oof, that's a little too powerful. I just need something that cuts. It's closer to a saw. Okay. Alright. Oh. Actually, this is a good opportunity to show you a trick you can do with auto build. Okay, so you see how there's a whole bunch of apples on this tree, right? Now, what you could do is you could actually take an object and basically affix, you know, you could take an object like this log, for example, and affix, say, apples to this object, right? Now, this might take a bit. So I'm going to skip ahead. 1 second, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. So, our little monstrosity item is built. Okay, so this right here, that I built, has no real purpose or function. But here's the thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Hold up. Let's see, go to auto build. Okay, so if you have auto build, the last thing you actually completed is actually shown in a history, if you will. Now, okay, so unfortunately my favorites are full, so... Nah, I can get rid of that one. So, one of the things you can do with auto build and Ultra Hand is actually create something like this. Now, why is this important? Well, when you use auto build, it basically tries to recreate what you built. Now, I can build this right now using Zonite, but it won't function. Now, what the real purpose of this here is basically to help you gather apples. If the item you need to build something is in the vicinity, it'll automatically gravitate towards the field. Now, basically, instead of building, what you want to do is hit the cancel button, and everything just drops to the floor. This will let you actually collect in one sitting everything you need. And of course, you can do it all over again. And drop. And collect. Okay. And drop. Collect. And of course, you can do this as many times as you see fit, of course, but... Alright, one more pass of apples. Why not? Alright. So, anyway, that's one thing you can do with auto build. Wow, there's just a lot of apples here, aren't there? Probably good on apples, though. So, yeah. So if you ever wanted to just go apple picking, my recommendation is probably trying to go, where is it? Over here, to the Applean Forest, which is basically to the east of Lookout Landing right here. You'll find a whole bunch of apples just gathered around here, so... Alright, so... gotta let this play out. Alright, so in this game, obviously you don't have the help from your champion friends, so you don't got Mithra's Grace, Rivali's Gale, etc., etc. However, if you have a Zonai device, like this rocket, for example... Actually, we'll go ahead and take out 4, why not? Basically, if you affix these to your shields... Oh, it's already a... Oops. You fix it to a shield, and then you can automatically just gain some extra height, like that. Now, does this serve any practical purpose? Well, yeah, actually, you can actually make your way up to the top of a... You can actually make your way on top of things real easy. Oh, I didn't know there was a... Alright, so that's a topaz rod. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, fun fact. You see that creature over there? That's a bloopy. Their purpose in Breath of the Wild was basically just to appear randomly, and if you shoot them, if you shoot a bloopy, they'll drop rupees. They do that. They also do that here in this game, but they also have a different function in that you can actually bloopies actually hang out near entrances to caves, like this one right here. Okay, well, I was already in this cave once before, so that's not going to do me any good, but... Okay, so... Now we're going to climb Satori Mountain here, because... You see, in this game, there's various places in the game where there are cherry blossom trees, not least of which here on Satori Mountain. There's also one here as well. Okay. Now, if you recall in Breath of the Wild, this was also the place where you got the one of the DLC horse armor chests, as well as finding a rare creature called the Lord of the Mountain. Unfortunately, you can't take a picture of Lord of the Mountain in this game, I don't think. Hold on, let's go to the compendium here. Would he be a monster or a creature? I guess he would be a creature? Huh. Okay, I guess he's not even registered in this game, but trust me when I say there's a Lord of the Mountain. Oh, and another way of finding bubble frogs is actually to take a picture of one and put it in the compendium. So, yeah, this is also another way we can actually find them. Okay. So, anytime you find a cherry blossom tree, there should be an Endura carrot nearby. Endura carrots are also a little bit harder to find in this game as opposed to the other one. So, as far as the offering goes, it can be anything you want. I mean, I recommend just using apples because, well, I mean, they're plentiful, I guess. Here, let me change my... Oh, I guess it canceled out of that other menu. Actually, let's try this. Why not? Oh, I guess it works. So, fun fact, this isn't just regional, by the way. If I wanted to, I could warp to the other side of the... I could warp all the way to the other side, and the enchantment would still be active. So I could, like, come over here, and I'll basically be able to see all the caves, all the cave entrances that way too. Now, I've already gotten a lot of caves, but what we're more interested in are the ones that we haven't found already. Okay. Oh, I guess there's more Endura carrots here? I guess I was mistaken. Alright. So... not sure if that's what he was talking... Not sure if that over there is what Kilton was talking about. Oh, I guess there's a couple over here, too. Or it could be that one down there. Alright, well, let's head down this way first. Because I think this might be the one he's talking about. I certainly don't... Yeah, I certainly don't have a cave entry marker here. Oh, hello. A citizen is in trouble. Ugh. Sorry about that. Well, I don't know about Destiny, but... Ew, gross. Cheese on fish?
Ah. Ah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and switch to a more powerful weapon here. Oh, by the way, most enemies are not very, most enemies can't handle water in which you have to swim. Basically, if the water is deep enough for you to swim in it, if an enemy falls in, they're toast. They just disintegrate in water, so... Kind of a helpful tip if you don't want to deal with enemies. Alright. Go ahead and use this one. Luminous stone. Really? Alright, well, guess I'll just... Actually, I could have used that regular rock hammer. Ooh, hello. Oh, there's a gloom spawn here. Okay, well, this gives us another opportunity to talk about bows and arrows. Okay, so various bows have different powers and attributes. The icon in the upper left corner of each window here indicates various buffs. This one has an attack up of 8, which means it's 8. It has 8 more points of attack to it. This one makes the bow a little more durable. Some bows have options like the Phrenic bow, which will allow you to, which will actually zoom in a little bit on a target. The Demon King's bow is different in that it can only be dropped by Gloom Spawn or Phantom Ganon, which basically has more attack the more max number of hearts you have. So Power-wise, this is the most powerful you can have, depending on how many hearts you actually do have. But one of the bows in question, but then you have the Lionel bows here. Now this is from a blue Lionel, I think, but they typically have a X3 or X5. Now what does this mean? Well, this means that this bow, when you fire an arrow, will actually shoot 3 arrows, each with 20 attack. Now, here's the fun part about these bows here, about this particular one. The X3 doesn't mean it'll fire 3 arrows, it just means each shot will count as 3. Okay, well, let me explain. Okay, you see how I have 337 arrows? If I fire an arrow with this, I'll have 336. Now, the only exception to this rule is the... excuse me. The only exception is a bow called the duplex bow, which actually will fire 2 arrows. But this is great because, you see, taking what we learned earlier, right? If I were to attach anything to a Lionel bow, let's say, I don't know, this ruby, if I fire now, it'll actually deal... Each arrow will actually adopt the attack properties of whatever I gave it. So in this case... Oh, actually... Care to try again? Well, he went down like a weenie. But yes, if I fire an arrow with a Lionel bow, any property I gave the arrow will be given also to the others, and also only consume 1. Like in this case, I have 64 rubies. If I do this, I'll see, now I only have 63. Same thing applies with eyeballs, same thing applies with wings, same thing can apply with Gibdo bones. So that's another trick you might want to... And yes, it'll also work with bomb arrows too. So that's another fun fact. If you can get your hand on a Lionel bow, you might want to keep that bow for the attachments that you can place onto your arrows. Okay, so I'm actually in a cave I've never been to before, so this is a good opportunity to find an armor that I never had. I gotta actually climb up, don't I? Now, unfortunately, it's wet, but luckily for me, we have one of these. And we made it. So what is in here anyway? Oh! The Spirit Tracks armor. Nice. Alright. Oh. Here, let's... Okay, I guess that was a little bit easier to climb up that way, huh? Alright, but I still gotta find that bubble frog, otherwise, what was the point of even coming in here, right? Now, you don't have to actually... Now, the main thing you want to get from Kilton is this armor set here, which is, I suppose I could switch to it. is the Mystic Robe set. Now, I actually dyed this in various colors, but to more better resemble the Light Dragon, I guess. But yeah, this unique armor here basically has the unique property of, instead of draining your hearts, it'll actually decrease your rupees. Now, I think there are still some exceptions as far as the hearts go, but yeah, that's certainly an option. Let's see. Yeah, let's go back to the of time set. Alright. Oh, Hearty Truffle. Okay, so it's somewhere up here. Okay. Guess I'll do this then. There you are. And as far as I know, that bubble attack doesn't actually damage you. Okay. So if you find the bubble frog or the bubble gem in a cave, you'll notice that there's a very small check mark near that cave. That just lets you know that you got that cave's bubble gem. So, and yes, these caves generally only have one per area. So it's nighttime again. Actually, I don't. Where was that other? Was it up here? No, I've already gotten this one. Yeah, this was the... For those of you who don't remember, this right here was that lightning mural that in Breath of the Wild where you shoot a shock arrow at it and it just reveals a shrine. Oh, hello. I didn't get the one at the ancient tree stump? Well then, I guess we can make our way over there. So, yes, that's a tutorial, I guess, on bows and arrows and various equipment. Now, I do have another item in my possession known as a Forest Dweller's Spear. Now, what does the Forest Dweller's Spear do? Well, it's like this, right? Okay, so a Korok spear with a decayed tip. It's still full of vitality. Bursting materials attached to the spearhead can be reused again and again. So, in this case, I have a puff shroom spear. So if I were to use it in combat, I guess I can... Okay, well, I guess I have to strike an enemy or something with it, but if I were to use it in combat, I can basically use the effect of a puff shroom again and again. Alright, key ball. Yeah, we're not even going to bother with those guys. Kind of a tough choice. Well, actually, can I get them to come to me? No? Alright, well... Alright, so anyway, in Breath of the Wild, this was a place of... This was the scene of a fire great sword. But of course, those weapons don't exist in this game. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got that cable ready. Alright, well, I guess I can go back to Kilton and see what he thinks. So, if you want a helpful map of Hyrule to help you get through the game a lot more easily, I recommend I personally recommend going to zeldadungeon.net, or is it .com? Anyway, there's a website where if you register an account with them, you can actually have an interactive map which can help highlight various areas. So, like if you want to find all the caves or Korok seeds, which I don't which I don't recommend anyone try. Let's just... Oh, I'm on a rock? That's embarrassing. Alright. Here, let's... I mean, he's great, but... But yeah, you can go to zeldadungeon.net and you can get an interactive map which you can actually, check mark or uncheck things that you've already collected. So if you want to go for completion, that's one of the tools you can use, and you can use your phone with it. So that's all well and good. All right. Okay, so basically I have to go to another Colton area. If I had to venture a guess, I'd say if he cannot pinpoint various areas where there might be a bubble frog, I can only assume then that means, that I've gotten all the frogs in the general vicinity, right? In the case of what I just discovered was like, Central Hyrule. Okay. I don't know if that was actually faster than running, but... Okay, well, I guess this would be as good a time as any for me to grab my phone and use my interactive map to find all the Colton balloons. Colton's balloon. Okay. Okay, so I guess there is one in the frozen area. It's pretty damn cold though. More than likely, he'll disappear with the morning sun, so I'll probably advance time so that, I mean, in-game. I could probably advance time until we find it, but yeah. So, really, I guess I don't have all that much left to talk about in this game. Are you serious? Alright, well. No need to apologize when I can just do this. Nighttime. Really? So you can't find him around here either, huh? Okay, well that's interesting. Alright, so let me look at the map here and where else he can be. Okay, you can't help me. And the one here in the Alcala region cannot help me. I suppose there is the one in the Elden region where that used to be. In Breath of the Wild, this right here, the Isle of Rebrak. If you look, you see these things here. You probably don't recognize it because there's no lava, but this used to be a crab island here. So, I guess there's another Colton balloon here, as well as a cherry blossom tree. So I guess the closest one would be this one? I mean, there's not much that happens when you give him all the bubble gems. Like I said, you don't really have to find every bubble gem. If you're just interested in the big prize, which is the oh shoot. Well, that's why I have Flamebreaker armor. Alright. There we go. We'll just ascend through the rock here. So yeah, if all you're interested in is getting the Flamebreaker set, then should be right around here. Then, you know, all you have to do is get like 45 bubble gems. Unfortunately, you know, you won't be able to see. You have to get like 45 bubble gems and then just keep trading bubble gems. I think it's 45, you know, before you actually get the opportunity to have all of the bubble gems. range. I don't see the Colton balloon. Oh, there it is. For a moment there, I thought it was inside the cave. Alright, well this won't take very long. I suppose if I wanted to, I could just fly over there to Dinral and... So, sense any bubble frogs? You can't find bubble frogs in this area either, huh? That's pretty bad. Shoot. Well, I mean, there is one in the Gerudo area, I guess. Here, let's... Really? Alright, well, I can't find any bubble gems here in the Elden region, but... Oh, I didn't talk to you before? Yeah, this is the first time I've actually talked to you. Alright, Alright, we'll activate the link jet and make our way towards, Dinral here. So, fun fact about the actually now the 4 dragons, Dinral, Feroce, and Nidra, they can actually go underground into the depths and fly, I guess, in the not sky in the depths or high above in the depths. I don't know. Weird to describe, but yes, they can be seen either flying above in the sky or in the depths. Now, the light dragon actually doesn't travel in the depths at all. Light dragon will instead make like a complete loop around Okay. So one thing I've heard about the dragons, the 3 main dragons here, is that somewhere on their bodies is like something symbolic of the Triforce to further illustrate their connection with the, Triforce, I guess. Of course, I've never actually seen... Oh, here we go. Yeah. There's a triangle right here. So if you want an easier time finding Dinral, my recommendation is... Oh, uh-oh. I think we're... Oh, shoot, we're descending, aren't we? Don't tell... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, don't tell me I lost the dragon part. Oh god, and I've angered an obsidian fox. Jesus. I guess Tulin beat him? Okay, so yeah, one of the ways you can get Zonai stones is... What they want you to do is go into the depths, but what I've done, and I guess as of... Perhaps you'll see in another episode or two of the extreme playthrough, you can actually, if you wanted to, you can actually put a travel gate somewhere along here to the mines in the sky for Zonite. So if you don't really want to travel the depths for Zonite, I mean, this is another alternative for you. I mean, probably a safer alternative, honestly, but if you don't mind fighting enemies or getting materials, you know, you can always just travel the depths. Okay. All right. Okay, well, since I'm in the depths right now... Oh, you know, if I wanted to, I could take on this Gleeok, I guess. Has it been a blood moon since then, though? Okay, so under the Typhlo ruins in the depths, you can find a King Gleeok here in the Gleeok Den. Okay, I must... Wait. Nope, it's there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and re-equip my... Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so materials. Now, the thing about Gleeoks is that they're pretty beefy, I guess, in the defense department, so... I mean, I guess I don't really have any good way of explaining, like, the magnitude of, you know, their attack power. You know, I don't think an Ancient Blade will actually hurt them at all. Okay. Oh, I guess I still have one of these. Okay, so... How are we doing on materials, anyway? If I want to fight this thing. Okay, 3 fairies. Okay, I guess we're alright. Huh. Eat this. I mean, I guess I can give myself super defense, I suppose. Why not? Okay, so... So, what's the difference between a King Gleeok and the other Gleeoks? Well, obviously... Well, if it isn't obvious, King Gleeoks have 3 heads of all 3 of the elements. Fire, ice, and lightning. Okay, I didn't think he could shoot through the stone like that, but here we are. So, your best bet for actually, what you want to do is you want to shoot the Gleeoks in the eyes. Now, the best way to do it would be to use homing arrows, in which will automatically hit their weak points. Okay, so back away. Now they'll do a wind gust attack. Okay, so unfortunately my mighty Lionel bow's damaged here, so... So I guess I'll be switching to one of my more powerful ones. Alright, so let's switch to a weapon that deals multiple strikes here. Alright, how about this one? Okay, so if you're using a weapon that's powered by, if you're using a weapon that's a gloom weapon while you're in the depths, that's pretty much obviously that's dangerous, because in the depths your gloom doesn't recover unless you're either under a light route or you go back up to the surface. So every action you take has to be precise here. Okay, so unfortunately Gliok will be almost next to impossible to hit when they are up in the air like this, so thing to do would probably be to try to use your Okay, I don't think I can actually hit him from here. Okay. Looks like I'm getting my butt kicked here. Okay. Can't get up that way. Can't get up that way. Okay, so upon beating them, you'll generally get a crystallized charge, some Gleeok wings, and 3 different crowns. As far as I know, unlike other elemental items that you can attach to weapons, the Gleeok items probably don't lose their potency, or that they don't have a cooldown timer. But yeah, Gleeoks in this game, I mean, are not... I mean, unless you're going for the Sage's wills, there are 3 Gleeoks, King Gleeoks in the sky, that you actually do need to fight. So, you know, there is that anyway. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and head to the Gerudo area then, and continue our quest for the bubble gems, I guess. Alright, so let's see. Materials. Where exactly was that balloon? So it's like up here? Is that right? There you are. A little south from here. Quicksand? mean, I guess there's... You know what? That's just so I don't have to... Here, let's just travel down that way and see what we get. I'll just put the travel medallion down here, because otherwise I'm going to be trekking back and forth here. Oh, I see. I think I get this puzzle here. Oh. Yeah, clearly I gotta come in from above. Yeah, I gotta come in from above, don't I? How do I get out of here, though? No, you keep it. Maybe this one? Oh. It's also the place of a Misako treasure. Or Misko treasure. Let's see what this is all about, Oh, another Spirit Tracks armor. Nice. Alright. Well, there's that. Alright, so if he's still there, let's head back to Kilton, or Colton. Bad with names. I don't think I'll be making this a series. This is probably just one of those one-off episodes that are meant to tell you things, or teach you things, I guess. Oh, he's not here. Actually, this gives us an opportunity to visit Farash. So another thing about the dragons is that they don't actually not a requirement for the dragon, but another thing about the dragons is that they actually can't be manipulated like they could be in Breath of the Wild. They actually follow a set path at a set time of day. If you if the menu is paused, then, you know, they're paused and such. No, that's the light dragon. I need... Oh, there's Frosh right there. Although I suppose we could visit the light dragon, too. Yep, there's his Triforce piece. I guess I never realized it was always storming around this dragon. So yeah, if you wanna ride around on Ferocious back, I recommend trying to go for the lightning helmet. Alright, so where's that white dragon at now? Oh. Well, it's right in the... Well, we're right in the crosshairs, aren't we? Okay, well, that's 2 dragons that we've now visited. Actually, let's go back to Lookout Landing here. I wonder if that guy is there. Should be. I mean, it's mid-afternoon now, right? In the game. Huh. Okay, I guess he's not here. Unless I got the wrong area. Alright, so anyway. There's about 3 different kind. Okay, but basically is can. Okay, so the knight's items, the knight's broadsword, knight's spear, etc. Basically, they're very powerful if you're down to your last heart. So, how powerful exactly? I'm not entirely sure. I think it might double or triple whatever strength the weapon in question is if you're down to your last heart. Now, obviously, I have a lot of hearts, so the knight's items aren't exactly my cup of tea. Now, there's another item called the soldier's weapons, which basically... Now, the soldier's weapons, if you perform... Soldier's weapons can actually increase the speed of your charge attacks, like this one, which would probably be ideal more for spears. Now, my favorite one is the Royal set, which I'm using now, which basically gives you more improved flurry rushes, I guess, for, extra damage during flurry rushes. So anyway, that's basically what that NPC was supposed to tell you. Now, where he went to and where is he, I have no clue. So, I mean, your guess is as good as mine on that one. For all I know, he could be sleeping in bed now. Yeah, I'm not sure. So... Wait, is that right? Oh. Weapon enchantment. If you attach a shield to a sword, it can serve to protect you and attack your foe. Obviously, when using a two-handed weapon, you can't hold a shield. But with my invention, you can have the best of both worlds. Shield to a sword, eh? So once you help the monster control crew and deal with the extra monsters in the game, or deal with the big monsters like the Hinox, the Talus, and the Hinox, the Talus. Let's see. Hold on, let me go to the adventure log here. Hold on. Okay, so once you help him deal with the 3 main monsters in the overworld, a Hinox, a Talus, and a Molduga, he can basically send you on expeditions for the extra monsters in the game. The Flux Constructs, the Froxes, and the Gleox. Now, when you beat all of them in the game, or find them all, you'll be rewarded with various medals. These medals, I mean, they don't do anything, but they represent the monster. But they're medals that represent the monster you've slain, so they're just cosmetic, or they're just to say, hey, look what you did. So there is that. Now you might have noticed about my you might have noticed about my battery pack being as full as it is. In fact, I think I can illustrate that here. Yeah. Okay, so obviously you can hold up to 8 batteries, right? But if you look carefully, these are a different shade of blue or green. Each battery has 3 cells to it, but you can actually get an additional set of cells. So really, you're actually operating with 16 batteries. Now, if you happen to upgrade to all 8 batteries to the 2nd tier, you can't get any more. So you're probably wondering then, what do I do with all these extra crystallized charges then? Well, for that, we have to actually go over here to the construct that's just outside. Now, you cannot upgrade your battery anymore. However, if you have full batteries, the construct out here will actually sell you Zonai devices in exchange for these extra charges. Now this also works in the one in the sky too. The thing is though, the constructs can only sell you Zonai devices that you've actually found in the game. So if you haven't found, if you have not found in the wild somewhere, like say this big battery for example, you cannot buy it here. Now the big batteries are worth the most at 30, but why you would ever need to get a big battery when you have 16 full power cells to work with, I don't know, but the option is there for you. Now, since I don't have any other use for these crystallized charges, I'm just going to go ahead and buy some extras that I need here. Hover stones. Why not? Frost emit. Portable pots. I mean, I guess. Rockets. I actually do need to replace my rockets. Carts, wings, fans. I mean, you name it, you can find them here. So it's no big deal. Alright. So that's that. Can I actually damage myself on these, or is this just aesthetic? No, I can actually damage myself. Never knew that. Wait. Sorry, I had to try that out. Okay, so actually, let's go into the depths to show you something else. Okay, so you've probably already seen this in the Extreme Let's Play more recently. But the Central Mine is host to more than just the the depths here, obviously, or the auto build function. As you might have guessed, the depths and the surface share various similarities. Now take a look at this shrine here, right? And here's the depths. Shrine, depths, shrine, depths. Basically, wherever there's a shrine in the surface, there's a light root in the depths. Now, one of the tip-offs to show you that there's a shrine or that there's a light root underneath a shrine is that the names of the shrines and the light roots are actually just reverses of each other. So there's the Ishodag shrine or the Gadoishi light root. See? It's literally spelled backwards. Now some of them are some of the names are a little bit more obvious, or the more palindrome it looks, the easiest it is to tell. No, not that one. Like the Mississippi light root or the Isizim light root. Or the Kayam or the Mayak. Or the Mintak or the Katenim. I don't know. It's just weird. So, there is that. Other similarities between the depths and the surface is that, okay, you see how there's a stable here? Now, in the depths, close to where the stable would be on the surface, you'll actually find a powerful Lynel. So, yeah, if you ever want to fight Lynels, that's one way to go about it, is to basically go into the depths and find, a Lynel there. Well, I guess I could show it off, but, so, you recall in Breath of the Wild that, there was a Lynel here, right? Well, if you go here on the surface in this game, you'll find a Thundergleeok. So, unless you want to go through another arduous battle like I just showed you, I wouldn't recommend that. But the Colosseum in the depths, however, is a little bit more in line with of a Lynel battle. Now, the Colosseum fights are basically showcases of a particular enemy in the game. So this Colosseum here is dedicated to Lynels. This Colosseum over here is dedicated to Bokoblins. The one up here in the Elden region, the Scorching Colosseum, I believe this one's dedicated to Moblins. There is another Colosseum somewhere else out here that's more dedicated towards, I think this one's dedicated to Hinoxes, or more specifically a Black Hinox. I think that's only done once. And that's a Yiga trap, by the way. Okay, that's not a Colosseum. But yeah, there are various Colosseums around. I didn't show... I suppose I could end this video by fighting the... excuse me, where was it again? Oh, over here. Okay, so underneath established locations, like towns and such, like Hateno Village right here. Underneath Hateno Village is a Hateno mine, and of course it has its own forge construct where you can buy crystallized charges. Now, obviously, I don't need to buy these anymore. But if I was ever so inclined, I could actually buy Zonai charges. I could buy Zonai charges if I wanted to, but again, I have full batteries, so that's also useless too. But this area here, there's more than just the auto build functionality, because underneath here is part of another quest, where if you go down here, there's actually a bargainer statue. This is the only bargainer statue in the game which is locked behind a quest. And in order to get this guy to help you, you have to you have to first make a visit to the Great Plateau and actually go to the Temple of Time, of which he'll tell you about on how to drain the water. He'll tell you to drain the water here, you know, behind the stone gate. Now, as you can see, there's no water here anymore. That's because that's forever changed. I blew up the wall and so freed him. Now, if you get all the bargainer statues in the game, each bargainer statue in the depths will actually give you the same selections based on how many you found. If you buy from him in the depths, you can actually get replacement armors that CC can't replicate. So if I wanted to get like of the hero set, I can just trade 400. I can trade 400 pose of a hero set, the time set, twilight set, wind set, sky set, wild set. Yes, even the awakening set. So if I've already unlocked them via the amiibo or did their quests, as long as I have gotten at least one, I can come back here and buy a replacement if needed. Now, obviously, I don't have the Phantom mask, so that's one thing I can probably buy once I find it. But yes, you can even get replacement masks of things you've already found, like Ravio's hood, Minda's helmet, or a Korok mask. Perhaps one of the more important things you can get besides armors is the unique swords. So if I wanted an extra Dusk Claymore and I didn't want to use an amiibo for it, I can basically just buy one here. It only works if I've actually obtained it the first time. It only works if I've, again, obtained it via an amiibo or did the unique quest. Now, if you want a Dusk Claymore legit, you have to... There are 4 quests side quests you can take on in the Typhlo Ruins. Now, if you don't remember what those were, basically, in Breath of the Wild, it was the area that was shrouded in complete darkness. Not anymore. It's actually well lit up. Now, whether or not it's the same map as was used in the darkness, I don't know. So, kind of weird, kind of strange, you know. I mean, otherwise, but yeah, you can get you can get some extra weapons here. There's almost no... I don't want to say there's no point to getting weapons here, but you can. I guess the only weapon you can't obtain is the Goddess Sword, which you can only obtain of one of 2 ways. You can get one via the amiibo, or by repeatedly doing the quest from the Mother Goddess statue. Now, in this game, there are 3. Basically, if you followed along the quest line of the Forgotten Temple for the geoglyphs, you'll notice that the goddess statue is toppled. All you got to do is interact with the statue to acknowledge that it's been toppled, and then you know, if you go to the Spring of Wisdom, which is on Mount Lanayru. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. You can go to the Spring of Wisdom, Spring of Power, which is in the Akala region, or there's the Spring of Courage, which is actually right here. Now, here's the thing. The Spring of Courage, Wisdom, Power, there's actually a bargainer statue. So, if you want to find the bargainer statues in the game without having the spending pose to reveal location, they're basically right underneath prominent goddess statues. So, like here, the Spring of Courage, there's a bargainer statue. In the depths, Forgotten Temple, there's a bargainer statue. Power, there's a bargainer statue. Now, there is another bargainer statue that's right here, the Plains Bargainer statue. Now, if you look on the surface, there's no goddess statue here, but there is a goddess statue in the sky, in the Temple of Time. Huh? Hey? So, that's a bit of a tip for you if you're looking for the Bargainer statues. Now, these Bargainer statues can be massive in size, like cliff-like, so like the Bargainer statue here. I mean, it took me forever to climb up or figure out how to reach this one, but an arguably easier way to reach it would probably be to just come here and, you know, use a flying contraption of sorts to just float your way on up, because, you know, these are supposed to be the arms of the statue and, you know, looking out to the northeast here, so that's another way of doing that. But yeah, if you need wands, if you need a wand or a staff, an extra weapon, this is your go-to guy here. Speaking of wands, now as you can see here, I have an opal rod here. Rods actually vastly increase the potency of gems. So opal being the power of water can give you three of those. Okay, so I think what I will do is I'll demonstrate this just for you guys here. Okay, come on, weapons. Okay, here we go. I think the scepters are actually the most powerful. Alright, so I'll just buy a scepter just to illustrate something. Alright, so obviously you can attach gemstones to these things, right? But you can attach a star fragment. Now, there is a shrine in the game that actually gives you a star rod. You know, if for whatever reason you didn't think to do this before. See, now I got a star fragment scepter. Now, unfortunately, the star fragment scepter doesn't deal damage, but it does produce a very bright light that bounces around. Now, there's almost no point in having something like this because, well, I mean, the depths are all illuminated in this playthrough here. So, yeah, once you illuminate, another thing that is automatically gifted to you if you light up all the light roots down here is this Dispelling Darkness medal. And, you know, the game just awards it to you. It doesn't give it to you via an NPC, but an award for one who has conquered the darkness by lighting up every light root. This special item commemorates blessings received. So, yeah, another item that doesn't do much good. Then there's this trinket here, which is the All's Well. To thank you for finding the locations of all the wells in Hyrule, Pharaoh awarded you this beautiful model of a well encased in a glass sphere. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be a reference or not, but for those of you who've seen the movie The Ring, you'll probably understand why this is a pretty creepy reward here. So, I'll just leave it at that. Actually, now that I think about it, that movie's probably due for a reboot, I would imagine. Because after all, kids today don't know what a VHS tape is, so. And no, I will not explain it to you guys because I don't want to feel old, thank you very much. So yeah, not much to speak of that way. If you want to find the wells in the game a lot more easily, you can. It is actually part of your compendium too. Just take a picture of any old well and yeah, just go around on the surface and you can find it. You can find zonite deposits, luminous stone deposits, rare ore deposits, regular ore deposits, chests. I mean, you name it, you can find it. And yeah, even some of the unique armors and weapons in the game can be found this way. Seabreeze shield, kite shield. I believe the kite shields were like the rare shields in Breath of the Wild, but I don't know how common kite shields are in this game. But Hylian shield, there's only one. There can only be one of these, so, and I have it. So yeah, if you want a free magic rod, staff, scepter, or whatever, your best bet is to fight the wizard enemies. Specifically, well, there's actually two different classifications. There's the fire wizrobes, the ice and the electric wizrobes. Now, these wizrobes don't actually have rods. They actually have just swords with a gemstone attached to it. That's like the lowest level magic you can find. But there's other upgrades like the Meteo Wizrobe or the Blizzrobe or the Thunder Wizrobe, which is, I mean, you can tell the difference between the classification of enemy by the robes they wear. So if they have more of an intricate design, that tells you that those are the ones that are carrying the rods, the scepters, the staffs, I guess. So there is that. I believe these can also be found in the depths, although I don't remember seeing them off the top of my head, but they probably do exist in the depths. Oh, by the way, Ganon's horse, the giant horse and the regular white horse? White. Yeah. Here's the thing. You can actually find these horses also in this game. You don't have to port them over from Breath of the Wild. In fact, they actually have a location in Hyrule that I guess I can take the opportunity to show you. So as far as the white horse goes, for example, I believe the white horse is somewhere in the Akala Wilds, if I'm not mistaken. My money would be probably right around here. So, I don't know. I guess we can kill a bit of time and try to find that one. What would be the quickest way about this? Let's see. Yes? No? I mean, I guess I can go here. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we're kind of coming up on time, so I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I would have more to say about a completed playthrough, or I guess I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been up to of late. Of course, you don't absolutely need to watch this episode, but it's here, it exists. So, okay. Alright, let's see, shields. Oh, by the way, in addition to Zonai devices, you can actually affix gemstones to your shields for elemental properties. If you fix a sapphire to a shield, not only will it keep you cool in warmer areas, but if a fire enemy were to strike your shield, they could instantly be defeated by the puff of, freezing air. Yeah, there's a bit of a opposite element thing going on here. So if you strike a fire enemy with an ice weapon, it instantly defeats them and vice versa. Whereas lightning enemies are not necessary. Lightning and water, on the other hand, are not opposed to each other. If anything, water makes electricity even worse to deal with. So there is that. So yeah, I mean, if you want to circumvent having to buy like armors explicitly designed to deal with weather in favor of armors that you've upgraded for more defense, that's one way of going about it. Also, you can also do the same thing with weapons. You can actually, like, for example, this Dinral sludge. I can equip this and I'll be relatively warm. Or I can unequip it and, well, there you go. Alright, so enough goofing around. Let's see if I can find this horse, huh? Oh, there's Dinral again. Suppose I can dispatch these thugs. Oh. I mean, I suppose it's entirely possible that they won't spawn in this game if I've already imported them from Breath of the Wild. But, I mean, I don't know for sure, didn't do the research on it. But, yeah, so from my understanding, they are found in this game. They too are found in this game, so... Alright, so... I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm just killing time at this point. I guess there's just a construct up here. Alright, let's go back to... Actually, you know what? Let's show off the Barbarian set. Why not? Nice tooling. And defeated. Record time. Oh, why not? Alright. Okay. White horse, okay. Ooh, raw gourmet meats. Nice. Alright, well... Oh, can I actually go down here? Yeah, not gonna lie, this would look like something should be here, but there isn't. Well, oops. Hell's a bomber. What? Alright, well. Anyway. Would be nice Would be nice to get the white horse our second time. Not gonna waste your time here, so you know, extra challenge there. If you didn't play Breath of the Wild, you know, if you want those horses, there you go. Alright, since any bubble frogs? Oh, I guess I got all the ones in this area, huh? Alright, so that just leaves... what? Alright, well I guess that just leaves... this Colton area. Alright, and where is it? Shore of Coral Lake southwest of here? Coral Lake. It's the Florio River. Coral Lake, Coral Lake. Cora. That's Corta. That's Corolla. Cora Lake. Southwest. Wait, southwest? Oh, here. Oh, this was the site of one of those difficult Korok seeds that I had before. Alright. No, god damn it. Okay, let's get rid of you. Where was that other? Oh. Get rid of that. So, yes, green. Sensor. Change target. Oh, hey, it's you. Oh, I thought you weren't even in the game. Yeah, he and his sister, I guess, also in the game, used to be treasure hunters in Breath of the Wild. More famously, that you could probably find them in the DLC quest infiltrating the Yiga hideout for treasure. Because, you know, I mean, if a world gets hit with an apocalypse, I mean, you know, gotta loot, right? I mean, I don't condone looting, but I don't know, circumstances, I guess. Okay, so there used to be a tower here, but there isn't any, so... Might be a sea cave. Maybe? I don't see a sea cave here. It says along the shore? He said it was along the shore, right? Don't have any swim speed ups. Suppose this would be a good time for my Zora armor, huh? Oh, I am using, like, real little stamina in the water. Yeah, I can definitely reach this. Oh. Oh, get rid of that. Ooh, storehouse. Don't mind if I do, gentlemen. Eh. Mediocre prize. Better? Get rid of that. Alright. Huh. So I wonder if that's all there is here, or if there's more. Alright. Well, that takes care of that one. Alright. Ah, drat. It's daytime, isn't it? Not to worry. I can fix this real simply. Alright. Little South Puffer Beach, huh? South Puffer Beach. Well, there was a... I think it was around here that was the quest of, it was like a Guardian quest here. Basically, guess it would be faster to... Suppose it would be faster to find it over here. But no, Puffer Beach in Breath of the Wild. There was like this crazy lady obsessed with Guardians. I don't know if she's in this game or not. I don't remember her name. But, you know, if she is in the game, I'm sure she's probably moved on to some other hobby, I guess. I don't know. Worst case scenario, she's probably obsessed with the constructs. Actually, I probably need to equip this for a time being, huh? Oh, I actually skipped the blood moon altogether. Alright, so... Alright, where's the... Do I have Fleet Lotus seeds or no? Don't think I have those. Okay, speed ups. Um... better. Wait, it's nighttime, right? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 3 hours in, so I'll tell you what, I'll go after this bubble gem and then we'll finish things up with a climatic battle at the Colosseum. How about that, huh? Seems fair and fitting, huh? Ooh. That's a unique cave. Let's see, can I... Oh, thought maybe I could... Okay, ooh, here we go. Any chance it's the last Phantom item? Yes! It's the Phantom helmet. Huh. And there you are. Well, I guess we accomplished something in this, over 3 hours now. We got some bubble gems, found the entire, Phantom armor set, which was completely by accident, by the way. So, yeah. I'm already, feeling kind of excited here. Alright. But in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we end things off in style, don't you? I mean, technically this is the weakest of the Lionels, so even with that rock armor. As great as that bow is, I'm not going to pick that up. Let me guess, Traveler's Spear, right? Alright, materials. Oh, by the way, fighting these Lionels is how you get the, Majora's Mask, so... Actually, let's bring everybody out to play. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now the white main Lionel. Armed with a spear, it looks like. It's another weapon I've lost. Shoot. Now for the silver main Lionel. Ow. Poke. And now a silver main Lionel equipped with stone armor. Ow. Ow. All right. Okay, these bows are crap. Pick that up. You're all right. Let's see. Hylian shield. I mean, I guess I can add an armor shard. Royal broadsword. Mighty Lionel bow. Let's see. Anything else I want? Oh, gotta pick that up. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that'll be it for this, what do you want to call it, a revisit to the blind Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, except it wasn't blind. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching this special episode. I hope the tips and tricks I shared therein could help you on your journey. For however little of hints or tricks I bestowed upon you. So, anyway, that'll do it for this. I don't know when this episode will go up, maybe after the extreme playthrough is done, but anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in whatever other playthrough that I'm going to be doing. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you later. Later.